So Miranda, my astronaut friend, just dropped by here today and she was wondering how to get a nice light on her face when she's working inside of her helmet. So we broke out our RoscoLED tape and she's good to go. You'll want to check out our new stop motion download, 2.5 hours of tips and techniques from Trisha Zempt. You'll love the things she talks about, a tasty video, the B&H logo. Go to theslantlens.com where you can download yours today. Hi, this is JP Morgan. Today on the Slanted Lens, I've got Miranda here. She's beautiful and she's in this hot, sweaty spacesuit, but she's doing great. And we're going to show you how to light in tight spaces using this Rosco tape. It's LED tape. It's fabulous lights because it's just small strips of LEDs, bicolor LEDs. You have a remote so you can change the color or the intensity. So it's really a fabulous way to work. We taped one of these along the upper line of her helmet. That was our main key light. It gave us a nice light on her face. We pushed the helmet out. Then we did a line of the tape along the bottom underneath her chin and gave us 2 different lights. We could dial those down individually, up or down, to give us a little more intensity or a little less, depending on what we needed. But that became our key light, the way to light her face. From there, we just simply lit this thing with a vector light on the camera left side and a vector light on the camera right side. And those became a rim light right and left. We made those blue. Even though they're 5,800 degrees, we made them even bluer. We threw full blue on there so we get a really theatrical kind of blue light on her right and left. I'm sure if anyone watches the channel by now, they know that Rosco is one of our sponsors and we love their equipment. And so we used everything on the set was Rosco, except we did add one light at the very end from Aperture. We actually used a more focused source for that red light behind. It's a 120D from Aperture. That light is a little more focused, get a little heavier beam of light right behind her. Then we got a Rosco vector on the camera left-hand side, and that light had a blue gel on it and gave us just a little bit of blueness in the smoke that we're gonna add in the background. We did some like that. It's kind of interesting with that smoke. So this is fabulous. We went from really serious and kind of just looking kind of stoic into the camera, looking tough, to all of a sudden we got really campy, like, ah! And of course, a dinosaur tail had to come in, like claw, ah, ah. It was stupid, but it looked funny. Anyway, but the smoke has been doing fabulous things for us. Just kind of laying in the air back there because the air is very still in here. It just kind of lays in the air and gives us great kind of, looks like atmospheric kinds of things. Looks just like Mars, I'm sure. I'm positive of that. So we're on that Rosco Vapor and we had it dialed way back to 2. We weren't using very much smoke at all, so it just became kind of a little bit of a statement in the background, swirled around. Looked very cool. Christian would be over there with a flag kind of fanning it so that it would kind of move around a little bit. We didn't run it through a fan like we do a lot of times because when you run it through a fan, it chops it up and it just makes it into more haze. But we wanted the smoke to kind of hang in the air and become patterns and just look like weird atmosphere stuff. The reason I use Stage and Studio and I love it the most is because the Stage and Studio dissipates pretty quickly. I know you might think, well, why do you want that? Well, it's just because you can get a nice smoke and then you reset. The other one, the heavy smoke, it gets in the air. Once it's in the air, you gotta wait a long time for it to reset. And this gives us an opportunity to do smoke, get some great shots, starts to dissipate, reset, do it again. And that's why I love the Stage and Studio. And there's some situations, if I'm shooting outside and I need smoke to hang, I'm using the heavy smoke, the heavy Rosco stuff. But for this, that Stage and Studio is perfect. This Rosco LED tape has an adhesive back. You just peel it off and stick it inside the helmet. I mean, it's such that you can use that really thin double stick tape and just replace it again to stick it in the next place next time you use it. But they're really great. You can put a series of these together off of the same dimmer if you want to be able to put 2 or 3 of them together. They have short ones, they have long ones. What is that? 2 feet? 18 inches? So we got 2-foot pieces of LED tape. We've also got a pad here that's like 4 by 6. Got a couple of those in the same kit. And then there's shorter pieces of 6-inch tape. So there's a whole kit that's got 2 of these, 2 of these and like 4 of those 6-inch pieces of tape. It's a great kit that gives you the option to be able to light inside. When we say lighting the inside of a helmet, this really does work for inside of a small space. If you want someone to look inside of a microwave, into an oven, into a safe, you want to get lights inside that area that's very difficult to do, this is a perfect way to do it. Just a simple way to get lights in really tight, confined spaces. Fabulous for cars as well. Would look great inside of a dash, up in the, it'd just be really easy to light a car with these. So the Rosco LED tape worked fabulously. We had a little line above her head, a little line below. Was it too hot for you in there?
Not at all. Didn't warm up at all.
So that's fabulous because in so close to her face and it wasn't too hot, it worked out really well. So it gave us the exposure we wanted. It's difficult to find a way to get a light into tight spaces. This is really a game changer for me. It's a tape, you put another double stick on the back of it and stick it in another place. It's fabulous. So Miranda, what do you think of these LEDs?
I'd say they're out of this world.
She's a little spacey though.
Well, I'm no alien to the game.
Oh, well, don't rocket the boat.
Keep those cameras rolling.
Keep on clicking. I'd like to invite you to download my business coaching class. It's 16 segments that teach you the ins and outs, the things you need to know to run a successful video and photography business. In these segments, you'll learn everything you need to know about how to create your own style and then use that style to get clients, and even down to the paperwork you need to know to run your business. Sign up today. If you will do the things I'll teach you, you will grow your business.
Subscribe to the Slanted Lens.
It'll protect you from aliens.
Like that one.